Hi everyone, this is going to be your weekend messages. Just doing it a little bit different this weekend purely because of time, because I'd like to carry on with some of the ex-partner readings for November. So the four kings at the top, we have King of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Cups and King of Swords there. So each king representing the elements, and I've pulled you one card for each of the signs in that particular element. Okay, so we're going to start with the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. So Taurus, you got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, you know, the ace is always a potential new beginning, okay? And when it comes to the swords, it's to do with communication, and it can be to do with our thoughts. So there can be something that maybe you've been unclear about, okay, Taurus? Maybe you haven't had enough information about something, because the Ace of Swords can give us clarity. It can bring understanding. But as I said, the Ace of Swords can also talk about the truth being heard or spoken, okay? So, you know, maybe some of you are going to speak your truth this weekend. Maybe somebody you're dealing with is going to do that with you, okay? But the Ace of Swords, nothing negative about it. Obviously, if it's the truth being spoken, it does depend on what you hear, okay? But when it comes to clarity and understanding, that for me can only be a positive thing. Virgo, you have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups can be to do with our social network, okay? It could simply be here to suggest that this weekend you're going to go out partying, okay? You're going to go out, you're going to spend time with your friends. You're going to drink, you're going to eat, dance, whatever. It could be at the moment you're going through something in your life where your friends are your support network. But the other aspect with the Three of Cups is it can be a card that deals with celebration, okay? And celebrating with friends. So it may be, Virgo, that you have something to celebrate this weekend, or maybe one of your friends does and you are helping them to celebrate. Maybe somebody's getting engaged. Maybe somebody's moving in with their partner. Maybe it's a wedding or a christening. It can be any number of celebrations, okay? In the reverse, you know, it's slightly more negative in the sense that you could be partying too much, okay? But it is in the upright. So, as I said, it's either here to suggest that your friends may be of value and importance to you this weekend, or maybe you're celebrating. So a nice card. Virgo, you have Temperance. Now, Temperance can be a card that can deal with being patient, but it can also talk about needing to temper one's emotions, not allowing your emotions to overtake, okay? Trying to keep that even keel. So it can suggest, Capricorn, that there may be something going on around you, or maybe something that you are thinking about that maybe could cause a change in your emotions. So whatever or whomever you're dealing with, try to keep calm. And as I said, try to keep that even keel this weekend. Moving on to the fire signs. Aries, we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles can talk about how there may be maybe money is a little bit tight at the moment. And rather than going out, spending, going out, buying things that really you don't need at this moment, things that maybe could wait a little while, okay? So, look, if you have to go and purchase things, try to focus more on necessities rather than luxuries at the moment. It's only temporary with the Five of Pentacles. It's nothing serious. It's nothing to worry about. But it can suggest that you may need to keep the purse or wallet closed. Also, the Five of Pentacles can touch on loneliness, okay? Maybe feeling lonely. Sometimes we can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely. It can talk about feeling as though you're on the outside looking in. The thing though with the Five of Pentacles, if that is the case, there is help at hand, but it requires you to realize that and be prepared to ask for help. Now, for an Aries, it's very difficult for them to ask for help. And when they do ask for help, it's because they've really been left with no choice other than to do that. But Aries, if you're in that situation and, you do feel that you need somebody's help, but you are trying to dig your heels in, if you like, and do things on your own, it may be this weekend that you need to reach out to somebody. Leo, I can't pick the card up. Eight of Wands. A card of communication, Leo. It can be a card suggesting communication going backwards and forwards between you and another individual. But sometimes with the Eight of Pentacles, it can be a card, it can be a card that suggests that we may hear something unexpected, okay? Something that we, maybe from somebody we didn't expect to hear from, or what that person is saying to us may very well be unexpected, okay? The Eight of Wands also can be a card that can sometimes mean that we get communication from somebody at a distance, which nowadays obviously is very feasible with the way we communicate through social media, email, text messages, all manner of ways. It's in the upright, suggesting that whatever communication comes through, should be nice, pleasant, positive communication. But it may be here to say that you are going to communicate with somebody or you're going to hear it from somebody else. Sag, you have the shadow side, which is equivalent to the devil. So, Sag, yes, the devil card can talk about addictions. Is that what you're dealing with at the moment? Or is somebody around you dealing with that? It can talk about negativity, negative thinking. Are you doubting your abilities in some way? Are you having doubts or negative thoughts about a relationship or a job or another person? The other aspect as well with the Devil card is it can touch on feeling trapped, feeling tied or trapped within a relationship. That relationship could be a personal one. It could be a friendship. It could even be a business partnership whereby you are tied within that relationship due to tied up finances, okay? The Devil card also can talk about a toxic situation that you may be in at the moment. Now, again, we have relationships with many different people in our life, not just personal. So, the Devil card, I don't like the Devil card, okay? Whether it's toxic, negative thinking, feeling tied, addictions, whichever way that those messages are coming across to you, it's not particularly nice energy to be in, okay? And obviously, I do feel that it's going to be different for all of you. Water signs. Pisces, you have the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands can be a card that can deal with internal conflict. Has something happened recently to create this conflict that's going on within you, okay? Have you had a disagreement with somebody? Are you in a situation that is causing you some discomfort? Also, the Five of Wands can talk about conflict with other individuals. But this is conflict more about where you and another person or a group of you are shouting over one another, because everybody wants their voice heard. So it's kind of like, well, who shouts the loudest will get heard. But the problem is everybody's trying to do that. So in the end, nobody is being heard. Nobody is listening to each other. So again, Pisces, with you, whichever way this is talking about for you, whether this is some internal conflict or this is external conflict, it is something that really needs to be looked at and resolved. Otherwise, it could get out of hand. Cancer, you have the Ace of Wands. Now, again, as I said, the Ace is a potential new beginning. The Wands is fire energy, okay? It's that spark. It's that, that passion. It can be the most passionate card in the tarot. It's creative. It's about action. It's kind of like the birth, I want to say the birth of something new. It's the beginning of something. Having a burst of creativity or as I said, this feeling very passionate about something. With the Ace of Wands though, it hasn't yet started. We haven't started the process. It's more about the idea, the enthusiasm. As I said, having that spark of energy and creative thinking about something, okay, or passionate thinking about something. So, it's a lovely energy, okay? Nothing wrong with the Ace of Wands. Now, Scorpio, you have the Queen of Cups. So this card could simply be here to suggest that this weekend you're in your positive element. That this weekend you are feeling yourself. You're at one with yourself. Maybe recently you've been out of sorts a little bit. And now, as I said, you're starting to feel like the old me again. The Queen of Cups could be there to suggest you're dealing with another water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Queen of Cups is emotional. She's ruled by her emotions. She makes her decisions based on her emotions. Is that something you've been doing very much recently? Have you been overly emotional? Have you been easily swayed by your emotions recently. Also, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, okay? So, you know, and you as a Scorpio are like that as well, very intuitive. So it may be that this weekend you need to listen and pay attention to your intuition. Moving on to the air signs. So we have Aquarius, the Empress here, the birth of something new. Now, the Empress in the card is pregnant. Could be here to suggest that some of you are pregnant and maybe this weekend you're going to have your baby. If that's the case, a massive congratulations. It may be here to suggest that some of you are going to find out that you're pregnant this weekend. But also, the Empress, as I said, is the birth of something new. She is the creator. So again, you know, it may be that something new is starting for you, Aquarius. Maybe you are planning something new, thinking about something new, okay? Coming up with new ideas. Having that creative burst. You know, the Empress, for me, is very much fire energy, okay? It's having that, as I said, with the Wands energy, the fire, being creative, passionate. Moving on to Gemini, we have the Strength card. So the Strength card is internal strength. It's you recognizing that you have the strength to deal with somebody, okay? Now, it could be Gemini that some of you have, maybe some of you have been under the weather recently. And the Strength card is there to suggest that, you know, you're now getting your strength back. But quite often the Strength card can be where you may be dealing with somebody that is difficult. Or somebody that you may fear a little bit. But the thing is, Gemini, when you get to know them a little bit better, when you maybe open yourself up, okay, and by doing that, it can make us very vulnerable. But by doing that, you may very well get to see that the other person isn't what you thought. So it could be, as I said, that you're dealing with a difficult person whom is coming across in that way, but that may very well not be the case. Or some of you may have recently been under the weather and it may be about, you know, resting this weekend, recuperating, so you can get your strength back. Libra, you have the Star card, the wish upon a star. Lovely energy with the star. Is there something you're wishing and hoping for? The Star card also is a card that can talk about healing. Healing from what? That again will be different for all of you. But healing from maybe a breakup. Healing from, you know, having gone through something that's been quite traumatic or difficult. Or, as I said, it is about having a particular wish that maybe, just maybe for some of you, may come true this weekend. Okay, those are your messages. As I said, obviously it's slightly different this weekend, purely because I want to continue doing some ex-partner readings. So either way, I hope you enjoy this video and thanks so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend and take care. Bye.